So good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning, and it is Monday morning and coming off the back of a long weekend here, Indian Arrival Day. Oh gosh boy, I didn't want to see curry until next year, Indian Arrival Day. Jeez and ages, I fed up eating curry. I fed up. I still have curry in my fridge, fellas. Anybody want? No? That's the first time I hear only refuse food. I didn't want to see our doubles. I didn't want to see double, I want to see no format. Alright? I had enough. I good. All right? They take a toll on me too, boy. All right. So I'll tell you what. We had a very interesting weekend, you know. That concert, the Vibes Kartel concert on Saturday. Well, the Kartel concert without the vibes. We will get to that. Right? We will get to the news here, but we will get to that first because these people had to get back their money. They have to refund the people their money. That is madness that took place over the weekend here. But we go hear about Kartel say there was a post allegedly by the entertainment group, the promoters, that also came out in a response. I'm not too sure. I didn't go to the site, fellas. Chris, you check that site. Just double check it for me. The one with the promoter responded. Right? Is One Caribbean, so it should be under that. Right? If the post is there, it's supposed to be there still. If they posted it, it's supposed to be there still. I just want to make sure now, authenticity. All right? And then you had patrons, you had a girl on the stage, bottle pelt, police beat up a man. What was going on? And they says approximately 3,000 people were there. But like the majority of the crowd was general. I think the general tickets was like 650, 700, that kind of thing now. But that is absolute madness. We go deal with that. And the patrons need to, all they need to get back your money. Some of them saying is the government. Well, boy, some of them blaming UNC. I don't know how they come to that conclusion because the government never restricted cartel from entering Trinidad and Tobago, you know. All they said is, listen, you see all this thing with visiting schools and wherever, which I, on Thursday said I think they dropped the ball because I think they missed an opportunity for cartel to go and talk, to the youths and that kind of thing. I have heard him speak. He speaks very, on a positive level when it comes to those things. It gives, and it would have given the youths a different perspective on Vibes Kartel himself. You understand? That he intellect as well, you know what I mean? And he's of a positive nature. And he could have talked to them about making a jail and they don't want to go in jail and all them kind of thing. But that's in the past. That's just my little thought on it. But they never restricted him from entering Trinidad and Tobago. That they just restricted his movement. He himself, in almost an immediate response to that coming out, right, he said that he blamed the promoter because he never tell the promoter he want to go and talk in no school and all of that. But anyhow, you go hear it when he said it, right? But let me get into the news here very quickly, 5 minutes past your 6 o'clock. After Tobago man, age 74, killed in police shooting, arsonist attacks cops' home. Like I keep saying, you all got to get this thing under control, all right? Because the crime's still continuing. It does not appear that the criminal elements have gotten the message that there is a new sheriff in town, and maybe that new sheriff needs to assert his position and get aggressive with the criminal elements to let them know somehow, some way, that these things will not be entertained. No vibes, patrons angered after artist no show. And it wasn't just Kartel. None of the international acts showed up, which is crazy because I heard Sizzler was in the country. My understanding is Sizzler was in Trinidad. Anyway, Vesely man, age 20, shot at Clifton Hill Beach. Defense Minister denies involvement in crash A viral photo uploaded to social media on June 1st of Minister of Defense Wayne Sturge, seated in the back of a black SUV, observing a silver Toyota crash into a culvert, sparked public speculation he might have been involved in the accident. Well, remember, I think it had an accident too, that the Alsing, or do you remember that? Some accident and the Alsing was wrong, and I didn't see the video, so I can't speak on it. Right? 9-year-old child among 5 to die in accidents over the weekend. The police on this program and other programs have urged drivers to be careful on the road. We in that type of season. It is the rainy season, the roads are wet. Take all the time for me, please. Because the new government didn't start a fixed road yet. And even when they fix it, well, now you have to drive even more cautious. Because you know what has happened on smooth road, right? My father used to tell me that. Never speed on a newly paved road, especially when rainfall. No vibes. Patrons upset as international stars blank the concert. I think Chronicler was the only person, the only international act. Yeah. Angry crowd throws bottles at stage as concert ends. That is the next thing too. The promoters had to be mad for this show, you know. I was reading the article. There was supposed to be no guns. Well, obviously. No glass bottles and something else. But somehow or the other, glass bottles got in. And when they asked the police said, well, what was supposed to be the setup wasn't the setup on the night. And apparently people were able to access entry into the facility from another entrance, and that is probably where the glass bottles came in. Leave it to the police to come up with. I just don't think it's that, because after the police mismanaged my road management, I find it hard to swallow any pill coming from the TTPS in relation to managing events. Honest to God. Cartel defends no-show at Trinidad concert. Plibdeco exec threatens to sue board. Commissioner of Police urges action on domestic violence after Mayaro's suicide. Acting Police Commissioner Junior Benjamin is urging the public to report any signs of domestic violence, as he stressed the importance of proactive policing, particularly when it comes to following up on protection orders. Yeah, but Benjamin, who does drop the ball on the following up? The people who report the matter, the people who involved in the domestic violence situation, the victim that is, or the police? You understand what I'm saying? I've said on countless occasions that the show of protection order is a big waste of time. It's just a piece of paper. It doesn't stop anybody from coming to harm another person. If that person make up their mind, that they're going to kill that person or they're going to do some damage to that person, it's no piece of paper could stop them. The police can't stop them. Far less for a piece of paper from the court. Let's be real. But Benjamin, there have been situations where people have gone to police stations and they've gone to report certain domestic violence situations, the victim family, the victim themselves, and was dismissed. Or the report was taken and no follow-up occurred. I have had several reports of things like that happening. So, you know, while you're urging the public to report, the police have to understand that when the public comes to report, it should be taken seriously. Labre man critical after assault at bar. Man escapes would-be killers by jumping out of a window. Miss World TT franchise holder says pageant industry can boost local tourism. There are many things that could boost local tourism. And we're going to get into those. ODPM says 2025 hurricane season has started. MSJ says not everyone voted for Stand Your Ground law. Well, okay, David Abdullah. If you don't like the Stand Your Ground law, right? Then don't apply. It's a simple thing, I don't understand why all this hullabaloo over stand your ground legislation. If a piece of legislation comes that says we are going to make it easier for law-abiding citizens to access firearms, which is standard procedure in some countries in the world where the crime rate is low, right? Then if I want a firearm, I have the right to go and apply for it. If you don't want one, just do not apply. That is not simple maths, fellas. So what is the, not everybody voted for stand your ground legislation. But okay, what about the majority of people that voted for the government, the current government, based on the policies that they said they're going to put forward? So, what you want us to do? Run a poll to see how many people, when they went to the poll, voted UNC based on stand your ground or not stand your, or voted on some other thing? It's ludicrous. Look, it's becoming embarrassing now to see how petty and how stupid people are in this place. If you don't want a gun, don't apply. It's a simple thing. But the legislation is there. So that the next time somebody think about putting a gun in my face to take my vehicle, I could hit them 8 and put them down. You dig? No. Have an apple. Apple a day keeps the bad vibes away. It's simple thing, man. And then he says here now on the next foot, no, I didn't read it out. I'm just going by the headline with the stand your ground. But I'm just saying, outside of Abdullah with this headline, with the MSJ, other people have also been raising concerns. And I'm saying to them, what's the problem? You don't want a gun to apply for one. But give people the opportunity who are law-abiding citizens to apply for one. So when in the dead of night, you hear a noise outside in your yard, or your dog's barking, and you peep through the window and see 2-3 men trying to enter your private property, where your family reside, that you have something to protect your wife, your children, the dog and all in the yard. You understand what I'm saying? Abdullah says Trump's student visa restriction can benefit local institutions. Yes, I think so too. Well, we could agree on that one now, Abdullah. I think it does. People making a set of hullabaloo about, oh God, the student visas and the restrictions. Let me tell you something. That only puts us in a place of becoming more self-sufficient. This dependency syndrome that you have to fly out of Trinidad and Tobago to get education and to do this course and that. Why we can't do it here? Why? Why we can't become that independent and not dependent? Why? This should put the population in a position of putting more pressure on any government to bring us up to the world standard where we're supposed to be. We are or were the America of the Caribbean. There is no dispute in that. We are the ones in the Caribbean with all the resources until Guyana come and have theirs the other day. And now their economy is growing. But we are the ones who making the money. We were once the 4th or the 5th wealthiest nation in the Western Hemisphere. Little Trinidad and Tobago. And where are we today? We still complaining about no water, bad roads, no bed in the hospital, crime out of control, lack of job opportunities, sports in a mess. Well, look, I don't even talk about culture. And on the note of culture, I am publicly recommending, I know they're looking for a chairman of NCC. Right? And I'm saying, I know always watch your program, you know. You see Wendell Manwaring from Tree Canal? You see that fella? I gave him that work. Them fellas, I know that they know carnival inside, out, upside, down, sideways, left, right. No matter what part of carnival you talk about, these fellas and them know about it. Unbelievably creative. You understand? And I just think that's a good direction to go in. You understand? Because I was thinking about, you know, who to go past NCC chairman, boy. You know, I mean, for us to bring the carnival and take it to another level and bring back some of the traditional aspects of it and things like that, that have gone missing so to speak, over the years. And, you know, Wendell Manwaring just ring a bell. You know, I mean, I think I think he could be a terrific chairman. So, I don't know, I just put that name out there, publicly. But yeah, we need to become more self-sufficient. We have this whole thing about the UWDB campus and all these things. People should be coming here to study. You understand what I'm saying? We should be the one facilitating that. Not flying off to the United States of America to do that. When we had the resources, we still have it, you know. It's just going to take proper management and maybe some aggressive tactics to bring us back close to where we were, and then to elevate us past where we were, where we were and where we should be. But it is not beyond achieving. Trinidad and Tobago should be just that. And that is one of the things that hurt me when Kamala Prasad-Bissessar lost in 2015. She was now setting up things like medical tourism, sport tourism, this tourism, that type of tourism. And they were building all the facilities and things, and it never got to blossom. We never got to see what that would have done to Trinidad and Tobago in terms of tourism, because they were voted out of office. So I guess we'll see. Members seek answers on Changemakers Group as PNM accepts nominees for internal election today. Ex-AG says virtual court appearances save money on transport. Man, all give me a break with this nonsense of virtual court. This, and I said it, you know, I made the point. This is why, one of the reasons why crime is how it is. Long time when a man had to go to court. Now, the transport issue could have been solved by utilizing the prison transport services. You don't need to hire a private security firm to transport prisoners from the prison to the court. That contract don't have to exist. The state should be quite capable of providing that kind of service on its own. So don't tell me nothing about virtual court, help to save on transport and all kind of damn nonsense. Long time, well before the pandemic and all kind of thing, long time, when a man had to go to court, they used to go to court so. Hiding the face. For embarrassment. You understand? Public embarrassment. You see that? People afraid that they can go to watch me. People are really afraid that. You understand? And that is the reason. That is one of the reasons why crime out of control, because nobody had to do so again. I talked about that already, yes, I'm talking about it again. And then Rowley defense record on UWDB campus and Tobago autonomy. Penny invites PNM members to help rebuild party. All right, so those are some of the headlines in the paper, but the cartel concert and Fitzgerald Hines will be discussed in the second hour. Do not jump ahead. We have Eden Heights at the top of the hour. So before we go to the first break and before I get to bite my apple this morning, you know, let me deal with the Olive first. All right? So Olive's House, that's right. Introducing Olive's House Senior Care Facility located in the serene Sangre Chiquito area of Sangre Grande at Rosie Latchman Avenue, Eastern Main Road, James Smart Village. And Olive's House is beautifully situated with a spacious main area. They got the full living and dining rooms, the fully equipped medical wards, as well as assisted living quarters, inclusive of all required amenities. Now, it's designed to offer comfort, freedom of movement, and support to your loved ones in their senior years. And Olive's House is operated 24/7 by a staff of professional qualified geriatric personnel with hot meals prepared daily according to specified dietary requirements. And to find out more, all you need to do is give them a call on 2326367, 291-7919, or 3744165. You can also find them on Facebook and Instagram. Also, do not forget that Chef Shiraz has the Creative International Cuisine cooking course and baking and pastry course starting on Saturday, the 7th of June. So make sure and get yourself registered for that. And you could give Chef a call or WhatsApp him on 372-4639 or 737-5097. Give him a call today. You could also follow him on Instagram and TikTok. And don't forget Jameson. Jameson is simply saying, boost your immune system with Jameson immunity products to fight off the seasonal sniffles such as their cold fighter with echinacea, vitamin C chews with the honey lemon flavor, and for additional support, you could try the delicious vitamin D3 chews and ultra strength zinc. Chew, fight, and feel amazing with Jameson, trusted vitamins and minerals. And with that, we take the first break. When we come back, yeah, no cartel, no refund. We'll see about that. Stay tuned.
When sunshine is the best for you, nature's best buns are crunchy. The flavor that sings to you, salted, plantain, taste the freshness, naturally sweet. The flavor that sings to you.
Ayo, nature's best bunch.
It's time to secure what matters most. Your family, your home, your peace of mind. Secure them all with Armor Security. Advanced protection starts from just $4 per day. Armor Security, powered by Flow, partnered with All Pro, inspired by you. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co to learn more.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. From the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air. Like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. And the kids, they have more to enjoy. For me, the Castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TNT.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Hey! All you let we go Vincy Mars this year! I don't hear everybody talking about the vibes, the all-inclusive party, the juve, the street parade, and the competitions in pan, mass, and calypso. And don't talk about soca monarch, it's real bad. And to top it off, Vincy Mars is easy on the pocket, but it's classy and very safe. So all you, let we go Vincy Mars this year is June 27th to July 8th, and we in that.
Book your tickets and accommodations early. For more information, email info@vincymass.vc or find them on IG at Vincy_Mass, on Facebook at Vincy Mass, or log on to www.vincymass.vc.
Let we go Vincy Mars 2025!
Most popular psychic and spiritual healer, Master Santosh Ji. Are you worried about the problems in your life? Are you facing problems in your relationship? Do you have problems in your job or business? Are you facing health issues? Then the only solution. Master Santosh Ji. He is an expert in palm, face, and horoscope reading. Know your future and change the way of your life. He is expert in solving problems related to love, relationship, job, health, finance, sexual, enemy, spiritual problem, many more. He removes all negativity and gives good luck. He is specialist in getting back loved ones and ex-love back. Get an effective solution for all your problems. Call Master Santosh Ji at +1 868 384 3844. Located in all over Trinidad and Tobago.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
To strengthen your immune system, you need to nourish your body with foods rich in antioxidants. Exercise regularly and build your immunity with supportive nutrients. That's why the experts at Jameson created products for immune support made with pure ingredients. For 100 years, Jameson has helped take care of you and your family. At Jameson, your wellness will always be our goal. Jameson, here for your health.
Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, is your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, offering full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details, including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set to API standards. They offer a wide range of services in residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. So, give them a call at 490-2771 or 399-7590. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal. Reinventing the standard of how we handle steel.
Mm-hmm. 28 minutes past the hour, 6 o'clock. Don't worry, chef not here. I'm having an apple this morning. All right? Because we have a lot of traveling to do come the end of June. All you know, we headed all over. The international breaking down. Right? Regional, international breaking down. Antigua, and we will be there. Right? We will not be doing no video saying promoter. Promoter. I deal with you a long time. Alright? We don't do no video like that. We will be we will be in Antigua, we will be in St. Vincent, we will be in Miami, we will be in New York Labor Day. We will be. And there are many more. Alright? Okay. We doing St. Lucia Carnival too, Chris? Find out now. I know we were supposed to go jazz. And then, or JJ was supposed to go. But then I think I'm not too sure, but we will confirm that, a little frightened. But we are taking on the table, man. All right, so as the Sunday Newsday looked yesterday, and I could understand why the patrons are angry, and they ought to be angry. Some of these tickets were selling as high as $5,000, $1,000, you know. $5,000, you know. Some of these tickets were sold for $3,000. The general admission ticket was something like $650 or $700. And like the vast majority of people bought that ticket, obviously. Now, Kartel put out a video. We have the Sunday News headline. Just to put it up. All right. Just flash that here quick, because I want to take as many calls as possible before we get to Eid nights. All right? All right. Well, the promoter didn't get the permit? All right, cool, nice, permit granted. So, Jamaican artist pulls out of TT concert, no cartel, no refund. This was the headline. No cartel, no refund. This is madness. This is total madness. And everybody that have a ticket or had a ticket, all they should lawyer up, but then again, nobody don't listen to me and go to court. And let me tell you something. I said right up. The restrictions on cartels movement in Trinidad have absolutely nothing to do with this. All right, so people trying to tie it into the government and wherever. But that means all they just don't listen. So cartel did put out a statement on the situation. Run me the Vibes Kartel statement, the video. Right.
For the Trinidad show. Promoter for the Trinidad show. Remember years me know you. Remember when you forward initially for the show. My lawyer was there. My manager was there. Remember the signing was recorded. Remember the money where you're talking about, the legal team, out of my money it forward. Because remember your ball and I say, TJ, me know him long time, give him a blind. TJ reluctantly give a blind. You miss deadline after deadline. Me beg for him, say TJ, give him a blind. You bring me now in a loggerheads with the government of Trinidad. Me never tell you someone do no school. My job is to perform for the people. Me's an entertainer. Me get paid to entertain. Remember, you wanted to keep the show during Carnival. Me look for you, me say you can't do that. Don't mess with the culture. Carnival, Trinidad thing, make them do them thing. TJ tell if you don't do it. Angostura tell if you don't do it. Cartel tell if you don't do it. Countless people tell if you don't do it. You force the issue, till eventually you see say it can't work. So now you did want to bring me at loggerheads with the culture of Trinidad. Deadline after deadline, crying after crying. You just couldn't manage a cartel show, and that you need to tell the people then. In a discussion. My only regret in the situation is that the Trinidad people are them you rob out of the chance to see cartel after so many years. So see me a positivity me I deal with and good energy. So me apologize to the Trinidad people. Big up the government of Trinidad. And me blame myself in some way because me should have known say and every promoter can manage Vibes Kartel. It takes
All right. I think Kartel is very clear there in what he is saying. The promoter, now listen, when you hire these artists as somebody who does events, they give you a rider. That rider has certain stipulations that have to be in place. Like I think one of the most ridiculous ones was Beyonce when she came here. I think she wanted like, what was it, yellow M&Ms, all the yellow M&Ms only in a bowl or something, I think so. In the hotel with all kind of, it have all kind of ridiculous requirements. Now, it doesn't appear that those were the issues. The issue here is that according to the promoter in a statement that they put out on Saturday, and this is the other issue coming out of this, and I think this is one of the reasons where the bacchanal occurred too, is because we have certain laws, right? So cartel charge 1.35 million US dollars. I tell you, I in the wrong business. I should have been an entertainer. 1.35 million US dollars. According to the statement put out by the promoter, they paid him 950,000 US dollars. 150,000 US out of that 950, as he said there, that a lawyer, the legal representative for cartel, he had to pay him out of the 950. The balance, therefore, would have been around 250,000 US. Right? Of which could not be paid in cash because, of course, I mean, it have laws and all kind of things that have to be followed. You can't just, and this is the whole thing that people have been asking. Where these fellas get all this US dollars from? You have 950,000 US dollars just sitting down there to pay cartel? And Soca Monarchy get no money? And fellas? Soca Monarch, the biggest show in Carnival, died because of lack of funding. Because nobody, after Mr. Monroe gave it up, nobody didn't know how to promote that show and to take the show to the next level, and the money went down instead of going up. But only had 1.35 million US dollars to pay Vibes Kartel. But we do have money to fund Soca Monarch. Lord have mercy. Now, you could simply say, well, you know, this might be something Kartel put up, but then Sizzler, no show. Molly, what's your name? Molly Dan or whatever? What's your name? The Molly girl now. Like none of them even know in the back. I don't really follow them, but none of the other international acts showed up. So here you have a situation where you advertise one thing. All right? The headliner didn't show up. Kartel didn't show up. So what happened to Sizzler and the other artists? They say after 1 in the morning, I was George singing Bob Marley. I don't know, I want to sing anything. I want to say singing some Bob Marley song. I hope it wasn't, don't worry, well, I hope it was, don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is going to be all right. It had to be that he was singing Three Little Birds. And so Ravi B performed. I think Lady Lava was the last performer. But people didn't pay $3,000 and $5,000 to see them. They didn't pay $3,000 or $5,000 to see Sizzler, because Sizzler has come here regularly. They didn't pay, if it was in general admission, you didn't pay no $650, $700 to see none of the acts. You pay your money to see Vibes Kartel. So to say no Vibes Kartel, no refund is total madness. Then there were several complaints by patrons according to certain things that were not provided. In one case, one of the patrons said they pay X amount of money for a VIP ticket. This is when the bottle was spelt in. When the girl ran up on stage and she started to attack the speakers and all kind of thing. And she sat down there, and when they came to try and move her, bottles started to fly. Right? There was a man who was, I don't know, the police and all, that is a total abuse of power. That use of force was not even necessary. The guys will pull it. In one of these videos here, a guy in a red outfit, the police, there's it here? Yeah. Right. Look at all them police with one man. All of them in tactical gear. One man, you know. The man does not appear to be resisting. It's more like he's trying to defend himself. No, he would have been, all right, he was pelting bottle. But okay, look at the amount of police on him. All right, so if he was pelting bottle and they went to hold him, everybody was pelting bottle, but you hold on to this one man and start to beat him. But is that in terms of use of force? Keep this video for Wednesday, when Peter and them on. I want to know in terms of use of force, all they hit any man and man get battle, all kind of thing. Some kick and all kind of thing. And you could understand, you had to understand when there's a police, the situation, you know. Of course, you have to de-escalate the situation. But you had to understand too, if you was keeping up with the news as everybody was, because this was all over Trinidad and Tobago on Saturday. People pay their money and they didn't get what they pay for. They say, all after 12, the DJ alone playing music, you know. Not an entertainer on the stage, you know. You can't be doing people that. People can't be paying that kind of money and they're not getting what they pay for. 3277400. Let me open the phone and take some calls. I remember this woman. Remember the woman who used to sell cruise and all kind of thing? Her name was Vicky what boy? Vicky something. I can't remember her last name now, boy. But she was on one set of fraud charge. Get locked up. Eh? For what? To get, yeah, you pay $5,000 to get licks. You ain't get nothing, you ain't get what you pay for. You understand? Morning.
Morning, Stefan. Dago Central.
Dago Central, what going on, boy?
Who's the promoter?
But I trying to figure this out. They said One Caribbean Festival, but who is that?
Well, but them supposed to, I don't even understand. They're supposed to be one of the bigger ones, one Caribbean festival, as far as I know. But how that is the show they have.
Well, boy, I really don't know who. Nobody ain't calling the promoter name.
Calling, except I ain't hear the promoter name calling at all.
At all.
But, boy, I clueless as well.
You could imagine you pay $3,000 or $5,000 to the show, to go to the show?
But them couldn't get my money regardless. Sorry. Not that I don't like Vibes Kartel, I like Sizzler.
No, I wasn't paying that money.
Sorry, not even 500. That is as much you get out of me.
You know, somebody made that, we were talking about that over the weekend, and we were saying Trinidadian people not going to pay more than $500 to go to a show. In terms of general admission. VIP, you ain't paying more than $2,000. For VIP or VVIP.
Well, boy, they still ain't getting my money for that kind of price. That's a good price.
Yeah.
I will stay home and watch it on video or something because it's not. I don't blame anybody for wanting to go to watch a show or spend your money. But if you're spending that type of money, the promoter have a responsibility to meet the obligation that he put forth.
Correct.
And if you can't do that, you have to refund people their money.
That's right.
And the ticket that they have in their hand is a contract, This is what people don't understand, And they should get together in groups so they want to carve out. Or boycott the promoter anytime they're having an event. Simple.
Yeah.
Them things will happen in this country. We'll see. If
All
people
right.
will change their mind.
Yeah, man.
Take care.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, you can't do people them thing, boy. Not in this time, Dread. Morning.
Morning there, boss. This is the boss here. What on?
What on back, boy? What on?
I cool, man. Where's the scene? Everything in order?
Everything I man.
The only thing that missing from that concert was Stuart Young and Rowley saying that we concede defeat, man. You understand? Because it looked like we was in Balize house that Saturday night, man.
Lord of mercy, I tell you.
Stefan, no tell us about nobody again back a cent.
You feel
because
so?
everybody know. Everybody know what I pay for. That it was stated. And I watched a little Black Prince in the Fine Prince, what I had for the tickets and thing. And it's only for some kind of other circumstances from that. Once the state wants the concert on, no refund. Whether or not who drop out. So I don't see anybody getting back any money for that.
Okay.
And let me tell you something. I just buy a little wood and thing for to do little work around the house and thing. But that man pay $5,000 for them piece of bateau. Wait, that was some expensive wood.
Boy.
That probably out $1,000 a square foot he paid in.
Yeah, but the police itself too. The police had to know how to de-escalate a situation. You understand what I say? There's about 12 police around one man.
My way of de-escalating situation and deal with the situation head on as hard as you could go in, because if you pet one, the next 50 coming behind and so de-escalated one time, set an example, so the rest of them go say, hey, you see me? Because of them battered, I go stay back.
All right, I could see that. That's a logical.
Remember, it's Trinidad, and we know how we wicked in this country. The police wicked, they wicked, you know. I kind of see. Yeah, take care, man.
Yeah, man. Look, the girl on the stage here. That girl on the stage was she was irate, boy. That girl on the stage, boy, the amount that because she kick, Lord Father. Morning. Look,
Good morning. How are you?
Dragging our speaker there too.
Listen.
Yeah, what going on?
A contract is formed by offer, acceptance, and consideration. So an offer was made to Mr. Kartel, which he accepted, and he was paid the consideration, albeit, well, the persons who organize it, right, the promoters, they are in breach. If he said, as he said, certain clippings you saw, where he said he asked for all of his money up front, right? Now, on the other hand, based on the person who attended, right, it's a different situation because because it was same offer acceptance and consideration was paid for the tickets, right? But if this person did not, as advertised, did not appear, then they should be compensated. But Barcode said that was in the fine print. Well, it was in the fine print.
Yeah, I didn't see the ticket, so I can't speak to that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but my question here is also, there are no artists in Trinidad and Tobago who is worthy of being paid this amount of money, 1.35 US, Stefan? And where did they get it?
Where did they get our US from?
Investigation.
I can't get 200 in the bank, but you have 950,000 US against Kartel.
Yeah, I understand that the Minister of Finance has launched an investigation.
An investigation, yeah.
And you know something, Stefan, if this concert, which we know it's just rhetoric, I'm saying that, if it was planned in the last 9 years, the country is in crisis, and you are having, and then patrons are accepting this and paying so much to attend a concert, and next day they probably don't have any food. In any case, the country have bad roads, no water, no this, no that, no. What on earth is that? And don't talk about the GB officers. They acted as though I've never seen. That has to be security wearing those uniforms, Stefan. No way. That is excessive force, plain and simple.
No.
You take care, Stefan.
All right.
Have a good day.
No problem. Yeah, I mean, look. And this is not the only concert that has come into disrepute, you know. Remember not too long ago, Mother's Day, they brought Keisha Cole. And Keisha Cole performed for like 15 minutes, and that was it. So there's a second concert in less than a month that has gone into disrepute. Morning.
Morning, Stefan. Man,
yeah.
Wrong here.
Yeah, man.
Why so much money to pay to get licks of them police, boy? Is Kartel supposed to get a licks by Stefan, boy? Is he who collect the money? A German pay money and he only collecting licks. And only one man they beaten, boy? I really thought I was a Santa Claus, you know, a bully they beaten. But anyway, by the end of the day, the amount of children we have suffering in this country, we have plenty little homes needing help, and now the kind of money them men collecting, and we can't even help we want to play in the country, boy. Watch how you do something and you assist certain people in the home. So much of money we have, and we giving somebody else it. And that the kind of money, we say we don't have money in this country, right? But we have plenty money in the country when you see that, You know, I'm telling you, but they play 14 and 33.
And I'm going to tell you something, that just Kartel fee, it is alleged, from what I heard, that Sizzler's fee was somewhere around 200 to 240,000 US.
You saying?
It is alleged.
What?
I would love to hear what Sizzler fee was, but Sizzler fee was somewhere up in a couple $100,000 US as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Stefan, these drivers, them in the road, boy, I hope they can really take the time, boy. Too much accident, boy. Every accident down on the highway, there is a death, boy, Stefan, boy. Them drivers now, pleasing to them drivers, them all take all their time. Take care, Stefan. Have a blessed day.
No problem. Yeah, boy, pressure in the concerts, pressure weekend, boy, if you buy that ticket. Morning. Morning.
Morning, Mr. Stefan.
What going on?
Nice concert, boy. Plenty room. The wind down to the ground. And rain falling too, and they're wet like a foul. I agree with the lady who's. I had the inquiry of where get his US from.
Yeah.
And then a news clipping, I think from CNC3 or one of them places, and them say they stated how much Mr. Vibes Kartel had received. And the news clipping say he wanted 300. He or the entity or whatever you call the company, they wanted 350,000 US in cash, according to the promoter say so.
Right.
And they say, according to the laws of Trinidad and Tobago, we can't do that. Right? Right.
But the first 950,000 is not being disputed. That was transferred.
the 950 and the 150, that million.
Right. No. Kartel is saying, out of the 950 that was paid to him, 150,000 out of that went to his lawyer. The lawyer was paid out of his money. So apparently the promoter supposed to handle our fee.
Oh, so the 150. Oh, so the promoter saying 950 and 150, but Mr. Vibes Kartel saying it's 950.
Right. And he said out of the 950, 150 went to his lawyer.
Or 150 went to the lawyer.
So then he himself collect 800,000 then.
Okay.
And that's where the next 300. That's where the next 335,000 US come from. That was the balance.
And so there's, right. So there's O&M.
There was O&M, yeah. And I think I saw a post where the promoter said, but you get X amount of money. If the balance was an issue that gate when you touch down, right? Or you could have, or in worst case scenario, you could have just cut down on the length of your performance. I do think that is an irrational suggestion made by the promoter. If what I saw was legitimately from the promoter.
Yeah, because the promoter, according to CNC3 News last night, they said the promoter was supposed to have some press conference, and they called the promoter name, but I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I don't know who the promoter is.
Yeah, so I think Mr. Vibes Kartel had performed in Guyana. He meet with Mr. Ali.
Yeah.
And so forth, right? But
Brooklyn, the man got visa, and when all they're talking about Trump with visa, and all, he got visa. He was incarcerated, got visa, and went and performing all in Brooklyn and thing.
Right, and then the permit I give him is from the 25th to the 31st, and the promoter say, Mr. Kartel will say, don't bother, I coming down on the 30th.
Yeah.
That was and Sizzler, they said Sizzler and Ivan was here, but he didn't perform at all.
Yeah, Sizzler was here. So why Sizzler didn't perform?
Well, so what we see just now there, with people take the stage and singing and thing, it's no order in our place. That is chaos.
Exactly. Exactly.
People take over the stage. A man sing a song. You see that video? A spectator sing a song on the stage. And then cut the mic self. The same line sing. Yeah. Very madness. But yeah, we had to find out where this man, where the promoter get this quantity of US from. As you say, we scratching to find 200-300 US.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And that left the country. This US left the country. So we are $1 million short or 9 something short down in the central bank. But the FIU could investigate anything. You had to tell nobody. You had to tell the police to investigate this, or the FIU to investigate that. The entity onto its own.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to look at now into the future is that if any artist, it could be Air Supply, it could be John Sakara, anybody. I just calling out names. These and if a artist could post on a social media that I come in here and I come in to perform here, and they didn't come and everybody lost their money, but it could have a cahoots too. You understand where I'm coming from? A cahoots. Right, worst case scenario.
All right.
You know, but so that means there are some kind of laws, consumer protection laws for patrons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll look into that.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, man.
Yeah, okay.
Look, let me just read you the part here before I go to the break, In terms of what I was saying about the incident, well, ACP Garvin Henry, who I dealt with in terms of my run, he said that despite the little disturbances there, the event was relatively incident-free. This is the paper, right? Now, at the festival, guns, glass bottles, and weed were all banned from the event. But Newsday saw more than a dozen instances of individuals openly carrying glass bottles and others smoking weed during the event. Asked how this was possible, Henry said, quote, "We did do proper checks. However, the original arrangement with regards to access to the compound was not completely adhered to by the promoters." Henry said the promoters fell far short of what was expected at the venue, saying that people were able to gain access to the venue other than through those points. and I suspect that this is what may have occurred in many instances. The promoters themselves fell far short of what was discussed with regards to preparations, and the police catered for a venue prepared in a particular way to manage its safety and security. So my question again, added on to everything else that we're talking about. If the police reach there and it is not what was discussed and safety and security has now become an issue, why it is all in shut it down? I have seen events shut down for far less. Once again, these ain't my words, you know. This is the words of the police coming out here. They said they did do proper checks. However, the original arrangement with regards to access to the compound was not completely adhered to by the promoters. People were able to gain access to the venue other than through those points that were agreed to. And the police suspect that this is what may have occurred in many instances where people were able to enter with glass bottles and marijuana. Right? And he said the promoters themselves fell far short, not fell short, you know, far short of what was discussed with regards to preparations. The police catered for a venue prepared in a particular way to manage the security and safety of patrons. That was compromised. But they ain't shut down the show. You understand what I'm telling you? If I have in a run a 5K and I don't have an ambulance, that run can't happen. Because the safety and the safety of the people that running in the race or taking part in the 5K, their safety is compromised, and therefore I cannot sound the horn to start my 5K unless an ambulance is there. Simple things like that could shut you down. But you are saying that the promoters fall far short, and this just speaks to the poor management of the promoters. Nothing about this promoter looking good. But from the police, from a policing perspective, you all allowed a show that the security and the safety of people were compromised by the promoter not putting certain things in place as to what was discussed with you all. You all allowed it to go on. So what happened there? Could have been a lot worse. And I suspect you all would not have been prepared because of those breaches. So one time you have the police telling you the promoter breached the safety and security agreements. You have Kartel saying the promoter breached certain deadlines in the contract. You have Sizzler saying something of a similar nature. You have no international act showing up. Promoter, dear promoter, you ain't looking good. You ain't looking good. You ain't looking good. And the people that spend that money, they got to get back the money. And they should be paid back in full. Because you can't tell me that for the vast majority of the night, when our show was supposed to start, first off, the show was supposed to start at 9:30. People weren't allowed to enter until after 10. No artists in the stage until about 1 o'clock in the morning. Just a DJ playing music. Now, all they can do people that, man. All they give people back the money. Do the right thing and give people back the money, please. You understand? Anyway. Eid Nights. We got Eid Nights coming up on the flip side. So Eid Nights Clinic, one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. Of course, they offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, halotherapy, nutritional programs, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. And they also offer consultation services. And this includes live blood analysis, diabetes, child counseling, supplements, detox programs, arthritis, sport injuries, knee, shoulder, back pain, and more. So get in touch with them now to determine which service is the right choice for you. And you can check them out at any one of their 3 locations in Trin City, Chaguanas, or Tobago, or you could give them a call on 640-8985 or 613-7571. You could WhatsApp them on 493-9196 or email them at edenilesdistributors@gmail.com. Stay tuned. They're up next. Dr. Navarro, Dr. Thompson will chat with them. Breaking Dawn continues.
Coloring your hair is now easy with Bigen Easy Color for Men. Bigen's advanced cream formula prevents stains and drips, and it gets rid of the gray in 10 minutes. Bigen Easy Color for Men, for a natural color at no gray. Shemer Day Spas offers a complete range of first-class treatments, facials, waxing, body therapies, body massages, hand and nail treatments, and much more. Check out Jameer for locations.
Consult Vedic astrologer Tulasi Prasad, who offers profound insights into an individual's life path and astrology journey in Trinidad and Tobago. Master can guide you with astrology and horoscope readings, love spell casting, family disputes, marriage problems, health problems, job and business problems. Master also is experienced in effective black magic removal remedies, negative energy removal remedies, reuniting loved ones, and many more. To get Master's guidance, call us now.
At +1 868 398 7547, located in Trinidad and Tobago.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerators, parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. From the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air. Like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. And the kids, they have more to enjoy. For me, the Castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TMT.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Lisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Lisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Lisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Lisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
All right, people, so we're back, and we are 6 minutes past your 7 o'clock. We'll get back into discussion after Eid nights, because as I was coming on to the end of the first hour there, I kind of had to cut short. But we're going to run some maths after Eid nights. We do have Dr. Navarro and Dr. Thompson here, and they are with us via Zoom. So we want to say good morning to them. Morning, man. What's up?
Hi.
All right, so Dr. Thompson inside.
Right, yes. Well, Dr. Navarro should join us very soon. Very soon.
Okay, guys. So
before he comes,
it's 7 minutes past your 7 o'clock, and well, we do have 15 minutes. So what is the topic this morning?
Right. We're actually going to touch on services this morning. I know he has something in particular that he wants to talk about. But what I actually wanted to share for persons, because we do have some promotions coming up. So I want to share that first, and then we'll get into some topics that is in my mind at the moment. All right?
All right, go ahead.
All right. So, of course, for persons that would like to get free consultation, we do have that actually going to be going on today. So, free consultation at Eden Heights Clinic, Trinity, Shogunas. All right. So, Eden Heights, Trinity, and Shogunas, you can get there to get free consultation going. Okay, that will start from 8 this morning till around 4:30. Okay, so that's one promotion that I would like persons to actually get involved in. Usually most persons will call about consultation. What it actually is about is just talking one-on-one with the doctor. That's how simple it is. Okay. All right. So yeah, they will call, they will ask about if it's involved in live blood tests and different things like that, but that is not involved. Live blood test is actually different. The consultation is just one-on-one. You basically talking to the doctor, and you can ask all the questions that you like to ask. Of course, you don't want to take a whole day because there are other persons who will be waiting as well. Some persons do that. So give others a chance as well too when you come in. Another thing, right? So we do have our Father's Day special. So we'll be posting that. I think it's either already posted on the Facebook, or if it's not posted, that will be starting from tomorrow. So persons can actually take advantage of that as well. You'll see some information. We'll be sending that information as soon as possible as we can. Stefan, you know, over the past, actually, when we started talking about, let's say, arteries, one of the treatment that we actually were doing for that is what they call PC. The amount of persons that I've seen what have actually messaged about clogged arteries, it was very alarming. And of course, we're also even looking at the age bracket as well for some of these persons. And they were actually very young persons as well too. When I say young, in the 30s, okay? Now, this is not something that you generally see unless you're consistently in a hospital setting, or if you're consistently checking persons to see how they're going. Now, as I saw this, the amount of men that were actually having trouble with things like erectile dysfunction, that were actually messaging as well too. The amount of persons who actually message for kidney disease, which is also linked to having blocked arteries in the kidneys. Then we also were actually looking at persons who would have developed things like fatty liver. Even that has a part to play as well too. If you're a person that have you know, the leg when it gets very dark down to the let's say from under the knee, under to the toes, we tend to see persons with very like darkness to the leg. You see, like if they losing the muscle itself, that's what you tend to see. Those persons could actually well have clogged arteries and they don't even know. They're getting pain. The leg very shiny. They're losing the hairs from the leg itself. Automatically, that person could actually have clogged arteries. So I would also tell persons the first thing you do, well, for that particular one, you do an ultrasound. That type of ultrasound you can actually get done. We do where persons can actually come in. We'll give you a referral to get it done, and we'll send you to I'll either leave it open or send you to a place where you're actually comfortable with to get an ultrasound done. And we are seeing that often.
Yeah.
Now, if persons actually do have that problem, that darkness and that pain, and the hairs actually fall off from the leg itself, automatically in my head, I'm thinking that, hey, there could be also some blocked arteries basically to the heart as well. So the treatment that we do for that particular one is what you call PC. And PC, of course, it's a treatment where we do an intravenous IV that breaks down the fatty deposits. Now, when you look at the causes of clogged arteries, if you're looking at an artery where, let's say, a surgeon will actually go in and they're looking within the artery, they will basically see things like calcium, they will see cholesterol at the site, they will also even see things like proteins at the site, they may even see white blood cells at the site. What white blood cells are doing there in the first place? Of course, they are the ones that is helping with dealing with things like inflammation. So they are the ones that will actually help to break down the plaque as well too. So that's why it's actually very important to have a good working immune system as well, even when you have, let's say, heart issues or clogged arteries. So PC actually works very, very good for persons generally with blockages throughout the body.
Okay.
What we generally tend to promote, 1 to 10 treatments. Could start off with that, and then we'll monitor from there onwards. All right. So that's either done once a week. Some persons are doing it like twice for the week, and some persons, it depends on, of course, how they can afford. Sometimes they will basically do it for about once a month. But the ideal is once a week.
Once a week.
And we also start with persons who will basically do changes at the clinic, like dietary changes. So the steps when a person comes into the clinic is to get consultation done, get a live blood test done. An important test that persons can actually do is what you call a DPA. That's what they call a digital pulse analyzer. That test is actually done at the Shoguanas branch. You can get that done there. It will check the blood flow throughout, let's say, all the arteries. It's not as detailed as an angiogram, but it's going to give you a good indication if a person is leading on to clogged arteries. Because angiogram, they just the price alone, some person wouldn't be able to pay for it. But other than that, the DPA you can use as a test to see what's going on within, let's say, within the arteries, and if there's any obstruction to the blood flow.
Okay.
So we're looking at the live blood tests, all right, as that will basically promote checking up person's circulation. So that's a test I would do when a person comes in. Just let me just put it on the side. Normally don't do this. All right. Yeah, so basically the treatment that is actually involved with clogging of the arteries, it's actually done as an IV. It takes about half an hour to get that done. And within the half an hour, persons will go through there. It's very common, and you're not going to get any trouble. May get a little pain at the site of the needle, but other than that, you should be okay. All right. Then we also look at persons if they want to get a full view of the program. Because some person will come for, like, let's say, full detoxification. So again, we start with that live blood test. We do the consultation. Then we also basically add in certain other treatments that person can do. For example, ozone. Ozone actually increases oxygen to the tissues. So a person generally having pain in the body, ozone can help to decrease any type of inflammation that comes into the system. Then you also have where we do what we call HP therapy, especially for those that having trouble with, let's say, hydration, if they're not hydrating properly, not drinking enough water. that actually comes in there. It also assists with cleansing of the kidneys, those that have viruses that are going on. At the moment, HP therapy can actually work pretty good for that. Of course, ozone helps with that as well too. But that one, I would also like to use it for persons who generally have skin issues, like itching of the skin rashes, let's say complications like psoriasis, eczemas. HP therapy was good for that. I would have had some persons who would have had things like cysts as well too, where the swelling actually went down, plus it also helps to dry up some of the complications from the cysts as well. So any issues, bacterial infection, that HP therapy was good. Of course, if it's very severe, well then person will generally do antibiotics, and then I will normally recommend for them to do. Well, we don't promote antibiotics here at the clinic. Just want to put out that because I know someone will ask about it. But we generally will do those IVs to actually help with it, and it works pretty good. I've seen persons come into the clinic where they look like, they're gonna fall on the next minute if you leave them alone. And they would have done an HP therapy, and it helps to pick them back up again. So that's what the treatment actually does. So generally what I want persons to know, they can get help. It's just that you have to be disciplined. I've seen persons where they come into the clinic, they will do the program, and sometimes they do it halfway. But guess what's going to happen? You're going to get halfway results. So if it is a person who wants to get the whole complete results, you need to complete your program. Even if you have to take longer than some persons to complete the program, just get it done and you will get help. And I've seen that happen.
Yeah, that happens to me. I start courses, and halfway through the course, I tell you, even with even if I have to take antibiotics and I go to the drugstore or I go to the doctor, and the doctor says, look, take one a day for the next 2 weeks. That would I say, right?
Yes.
As soon as I feel like the problem gone, I stop taking it, Like I just start a lapse now. But I really need to take that now, because I don't have the cough again, or I don't have the pain again, or I don't, wherever it is, it's gone. So it's not affecting me in the moment, at the moment. So I say, look, I don't need tablets, and just so I just fall off, That's happened to me. That's happened to me. So that's a common thing that would happen to people.
That's a big problem, actually, because you don't want that to happen. Because from the time you stop the protocol, you don't know if there are bacteria remaining there that's going to affect you. So that's why I would always tell person to complete a protocol. We know Dr. Navarro was supposed to come on, but I'm not seeing him here as yet. But other than that, we wanted to basically speak on a prolozone. There's a lot of persons that are having knee pains and back pains, persons that are having even ankle pain. If you're having hamstring pain, prolozone works very, very good for that. Actually, I was talking to a friend, I think it was yesterday. We had a little tournament. We went to a football tournament. And he's basically mentioning that, he has some issue in his meniscus, and he had some damages that were actually took place. Once it's not completely detached, all right, let's say the ligament, once it's not completely detached, let's say you have a torn ligament, but it's still intact, automatically prolozone can actually help with that. So, as I said before, we have done it in persons who have hamstring injuries, constant knee injuries. I've seen persons come in with sciatic pain, lower back pain, all right, that actually affecting their stomach. Some of them will get basically things like bloating and gas and things like acid reflux that actually can even be stemming from an issue with the back, all right? So sometimes persons are getting shooting pain down the legs that could be coming from a back issue, because these nerves control everything within the human body. So it's always good to actually take a look at the nerves that's affecting a person. So we have seen persons with constant tingling in the hands or the feet. We'll actually do a check to see if there's any blood flow issues there. If there isn't, then the next question will be, are you suffering with any back pain? And most of the time, persons will actually say yes. Persons who do suffer with back pain, they need to make sure and drink enough water. It's very important that you drink enough water. If you don't, you're going to have trouble down the road, okay? So I just want to let persons know that. Again, promotion just for today is that, for just for today, persons, you can call and you can book your consultation either for Chaguanas or for Trinity. And we do have that Father's Day promotion that will be on very soon tomorrow. So call, you'll get some information on that. as soon as I get back the flyer on.
Interesting. You just said back pain. You said drink plenty water.
Yes. There's a lot of persons that actually suffered lower back pain and they don't drink enough water. And we have seen where they actually increase the hydration status, and remember too, the vertebrae and the disc actually need a lot of water to function properly, or fluids, right? So if you don't do that, then you're going to cause problems. Now, it's actually also involved with clogged arteries as well. Most persons don't look at clogged arteries to the back, to the spine. But when you do a CT scan, you will see where they have atherosclerosis, or basically plaque deposits in those arteries as well to the back. So we'll know once they have poor circulation to those areas, they are going to lead on to tightness in the back area, sciatic pain. So when a person comes in and they might be doing injections and the injection is helping, they still have to put in their mind, I need to change my diet, I need to exercise, I need to move around a lot more, I need to look at my sleep, I need to look at my water intake, I need to look at, let's say, a whole program itself.
Yeah.
This is what we do at the clinic, a whole program so persons can get on track. All right?
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we coming up on 15 minutes right now. We're 22 minutes past your 7 o'clock. Anything else you want to add here before we run out of time?
Yes. Well, of course, our opening hours is generally from 8 a.m. to 4:30. We start like basically Monday to Thursday only, except public holidays. And of course, the numbers will be on the screen there. If person want to WhatsApp us, that will be 493-9196, 493-9196, and you'll be able to find out more about the services. So we'll do part 2 next week on the services.
All right. Well, hopefully we could, I don't know if Dr. Navarro gone missing like Vibes Kartel, boy. We had a...
Oh, Lord. He may be looking for a US.
Dr. Thompson said, well, I don't know if Dr. Navarro is supposed to be here, but I ain't seen him, I mean, like, it's have a cartel syndrome going on, like, everybody going missing. So, well,
tell him
good morning for us, and we'll see you guys and hear from you again next week, man.
Okay, have a blessed one.
Yeah, man, cool. That is Dr. Thompson here, and I tell you what, boy, you have fun with it, you have fun with it, people, you have fun with it. We're 23 minutes past the hour, 7 o'clock. And before we go further, as we wrap up with Eden Heights there, I want to remind you about Flow and Armor Security. So no matter the space or the budget, your home deserves more than just security. It deserves armor security powered by Flow in partnership with All Pro. This is a home security solution that protects what matters most for just $4 a day. That's right. So visit Flow in store or online at discoverflow.co for details. Flow, bringing security home. All right, and we also have, that I have to mention, just some guys, let me just pull it up here. Yeah. All right, so we got it here. And we want to introduce Keolic. Yeah, man. You don't know. So introducing the Keolic range of products, which is backed by science and has over 900 scientific research and clinical trials, made from aged garlic extract, which is organically grown and aged without heat to convert the harsh and unstable organosulfur compounds in garlic into odorless, non-irritating and bioavailable compounds. So you can try any of the products in the Keolic range and be amazed at the results. The Keolic Cleanse and Digestion is an effective supplement for supporting gut health, all right? Or the Keolic Blood Pressure Health, you could take that twice daily as a supplement for maintaining healthy blood pressure levels. And there is also the Keolic Cholesterol Health, the Keolic Total Heart Health, and the Keolic Circulation Health, all proven to be effective in sustaining healthy levels, and all include the aged garlic extract formulation. And Keo Green Powdered Drink Mix is also available now, a unique blend of superfoods that provide balanced nutritional benefits for the whole body. And you also have Keodophilus Probiotics, formulated to support healthy digestive and immune systems. The Keolic Aged Garlic Extract introduces a powerful range of products that can provide the health benefits needed to live a strong life, supporting cardiovascular health, immune health, gut health, and so much more. So get the Keolic range of products at pharmacies and health stores across the country, or for more info, you could WhatsApp 728-0338. That is 728-0338. All right, and that is the Keolic wide range of products. All right, check them out, man. Yeah, glad to have them back as well. And we also have, there's somewhere, fellas, let me just check this one. Is it Steel Force? I think it's Steel Force, and yeah, man. I've had a Steel Force info. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. And you know, Joshua Regrello broke but he's recognized as the world record holder. That news broke as well over the week. I think he played something like, what was it, 31 hours? Something like that, you know. And he was at the show, you know. It's so sad, boy, that, anyhow, I'll talk about that after. Let me get the Steel Force Caribbean Limited, located at number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal. And they are your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, offering full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details, including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set at API standards. Now, they offer a wide range of services for residential, commercial, and industrial clients and extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. You can give them a call on 490-2771 or 399-7590. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, reinventing the standards on how we handle steel. All right, nice, man. Yeah, what I was saying about Joshua Regrello is that he performed on Saturday, and unfortunately, well, you know, people were already, you know, totally disenchanted with the situation played off, and, you know, he didn't really get, you know, the props now. It would have been so good now that he's recognized by the Guinness World Records for the steel pan and the length of time that he played. I think it's something like 31 hours, if I'm not mistaken, right? And, you know, to go on to that stage and open the show would have been such a terrific thing for him, to be acknowledged on the weekend where he was recognized by the Guinness World Records for performing that feat. And, you know, apparently from what we read, or what I read, you know, when he opened the show there, it was, people already kind of, you know, and, you know, the moment, you know, I mean, it's unfortunate. And he is a terrific entertainer, got to give him that. But kudos to him for the world record. And keep doing the thing, Joshua. Now, you know, we were looking at many different aspects of this whole situation with Kartel. And one of the things that I mentioned in the first hour is that when you hire an artist, they give you there is a contractual agreement, right? And the promoter is responsible for delivering on everything that is agreed to in that contract. All right? Like, all right, simple things. You would get, like I said, a rider earlier. I spoke about this in the first hour, where the management would request certain things on the artist's behalf. So backstage, the artist may require maybe an air-conditioned tent with certain types of beverages. Maybe they don't drink alcohol, so they might want specifically juice, coconut water, whatever it might be. You as a promoter are obligated to fulfill all the agreements in that contract that has been agreed to and laid out, including payment, right? Artists, and you know, I was having this discussion by Blazers after the Champions League final, and we were talking about it because it happened, right? And one person was saying, boy, nah, you can't blame the promoter. Kartel and them feel it too big. Well, first off, Kartel is an international artist. Kartel is performing. He sell out Barclays. I think he was in MSG. He's been touring. He's on the Kartel tour. right, is the hottest thing right now in the entertainment industry is Vibes Kartel. All right? And I said, no, you can't look at it so. An entertainer, when an entertainer and a promoter enter into a contract, if that money, some of them will tell you 50% down, and the next 50% upon arrival at the venue. Right? Or 50%, they might want a 50% the next 50% the day before. Whatever is agreed to, whatever is in the contract. We do not know what is the stipulations in the contract between the promoter and cartel, right? But let's just run the figures. I said in the first hour, it is alleged from the information that I have, that Sizzler Country was going to cost anywhere between $200,000 and $240,000 US dollars. So we're talking about cartel getting 1.35 million US, right? Now we could sit down and we could say where all our US come from, as we did raise that issue in the first hour. But we're looking at costs now. We go wrong start off, all right, 1.3 million US plus Sizzler 240,000. That's the figure I got, that Sizzler agreed to, right? So that is about 1.6 million US dollars, right? You have other artists to pay plus your infrastructure and everything to put on. And we could round that off at 2 million US. I've been very conservative here. 2 million US, and you have to multiply that by 7. So that's 14 million US. How much was for a general ticket, fellas? 650, 700? I think it was either 650 or $700. We're working at 700, just for simplicity, right? So you would have to sell at $700. That's general admission. $14 million is what the concert going to cost, eh? From our entertainment, everything. Infrastructure, everything to put on. One vendor in the article that I read said he paid $5,000 to come and sell at the venue. $5,000 to sell at the venue. That's in the article this morning, the paper. So anyway, well, obviously 700 by 20,000 people will give you $14 million. But then you still have to make a profit. Yeah? So you still have to make a profit. So you need to sell basically 25 to 30,000 tickets in order to cover that $14 million, right? So 30,000 by 700 is 21 million. All right? 30,000 tickets. That's what you would have to sell. Right? And I don't think, as big as Cartel is, I don't think you're getting 30,000 people to come out and take in our concert. Honestly. Fellas, you feel like I get 30,000 people? No amount of marketing you could do could pull that crowd. 30,000. So you already enter into a bad business deal. Because that's the whole thing with throwing these concerts, right? Putting on a show or putting on a show is a form of, it is business. This is business. You're in the business of promoting. You're a promoter. You put on a show. To put on a show, you must first calculate if it makes sense. Before you even do anything else, you have to calculate if what the artist is asking for is reasonable enough for me to throw the show and make a profit. And you have to calculate how much tickets you could possibly sell for the show at X amount of money. Now, you have $3,000 and $5,000 tickets. But let me face the reality. How much people going in that section? How much people going in that section? You ain't getting 10,000 people in a $5,000 section. You ain't getting that. Let me face that reality. So that VIP money and that VVIP money, that is a minority of people paying that money. Not the vast majority would pay the 700 to go general. Right? So from a business standpoint, it was failure from the start. All right? It would have never get all the starting blocks. Now, there is also, and I will double check this with Brand Big, but I think when they throw in these kind of shows, these promoters and them, I think there's a tax write-off like up to $7 million or some kind of thing like that, right? I will double check that. But I think once you could show, well, you know, this is a this cultural or whatever, this is a culture show, whatever. I think it is get a tax write-off and you can get it up to $7 million depending on the cost. Things like that now. So it have all these little elements that, but all in all, and I'm watching my clock here, 25 to 8, because I want to deal with Fitzgerald Hines as well. All in all, I think the patrons, they have to get their money refunded. I think the promoter failed from the start. From the time you try to bring cartel during Carnival, you don't know what you're doing. You could have never know what you're doing. And I know that show was in trouble. Let me tell you when I know that show in trouble. I know that show in trouble about 2 weeks ago. Right? Because somebody who I deal with was contacted, right, for online ticket sales 2 weeks before the show. So my thing is, if your ticket's selling, you don't need our next online outlet, right? You wouldn't be contacting somebody 2 weeks before a show of that magnitude, asking them to facilitate, you know, online sales. Unless unless your tickets ain't moving. If your ticket's moving, you ain't need to do that. You understand what I'm saying? You know, and the fella and all tell me that, you know, he said 2 weeks before the show, you know, calling to see about that. Look how long all they've been promoting this thing. You understand what I'm saying? 2 weeks before, you know calling to do business with me? Nah, somebody be wrong. And we know that ticket wasn't selling, right? But look, it was bad business from the start, and the people that unfortunately spent their money to go to the concert and they did not get their money's worth, I hope you get your money back. I really, really hope so. You understand? You should explore whatever legal avenues you have to get back your money, because it's not easy to spend $3,000 and $5,000 to go to a show, and if you see, if this is allowed, if the promoter is allowed to get away with this, you know how things go when people do things and get away with it. So you gotta nip it you gotta nip it one time, right? Because like I said in the first hour, we fresh off the back of the Keisha Cole situation, with that concert for Mother's Day, where Dexter Daps had to carry the show. Right? Dexter Daps had to carry that show Mother's Day. Keisha Cole come, that was a meme all over. Her performance was, well, they say, well, this is what they said on social media. Keisha Cole's performance was shorter than Stuart Young being Prime Minister. That's what they said, right? It was that short, right? And those promoters had to do their damage control and deal with that. But that was an excommunication error that took place somewhere, where there was some sort of misunderstanding, and that caused a whole bacchanal there as well. So, boy, we got to take the break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Hines situation. Former Minister of National Security, Fitzgerald Hines, somehow, some way, decided to pay a visit to the Ministry of National Security over the weekend, prompting Wayne Sturge, the current Minister of Defense, to fly out of a cabinet meeting. And after all the dust settled, Hines said he went to the ministry to collect a check. Yeah, I don't know that. Do ministers don't get paid by check? They don't get paid by transfer? Through a standing order? Yeah, I don't think ministers get paid by a check. So I don't know what kind of check he went to collect, but stay tuned. We'll talk about that when we return.
When sunshine has the best for you, nature's best buns so crunchy. The flavor that sings to you, salted, plantain, taste the freshness, naturally sweet. The flavor that sings to you.
Hey yo,
Africa's best bunch.
Adventure lives here, where nature inspires every step.
Set sail and explore the wonders of our islands.
Feel the rhythm of our festivals.
Joyful, vibrant, and unforgettable.
Whether you seek adventure
or tranquility, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has it all.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Jamer Day Spas offers a complete range of first-class treatments, facials, waxing, body therapies, body massages, hand and nail treatments, and much more. Check out Jamer for locations.
It's time to secure what matters most. Your family, your home, your peace of mind. Secure them all with Armor Security. Advanced protection starts from just $4 per day. Armor Security, powered by Flow, partnered with All Pro, inspired by you. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co to learn more.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet Rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come. Fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church, San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God, preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Bagatelle Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.
Introducing Open Minds Primary School Lessons 100% online. Get quality education from the comfort of your home. Affordable, expert-led online tuition to help your child succeed. Register today. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or visit www.openminds.education.
Most popular psychic and spiritual healer, Master Santosh Ji, are you worried about the problems in your life? Are you facing problems in your relationship? Do you have problems in your job or business? Are you facing health issues? Then the only solution. Master Santosh Ji. He is an expert in palm, face, and horoscope reading. Know your future and change the way of your life. He is expert in solving problems related to love, relationship, job, health, finance, sexual, enemy, spiritual problem, many more. He removes all negativity and gives good luck. He is specialist in getting back loved ones and ex-love back. Get an effective solution for all your problems. Call Master Santosh Ji at +1 868 384 3844. Located in all over Trinidad and Tobago.
Before you take your omega-3 supplement, check for the natural product number NPN on the label. This unique code shows that Jameson products have approved rigorous Health Canada testing for safety and effectiveness. Unlike some supplements that carry disclaimers like not approved by the FDA, Jameson omega-3 is the trusted choice, offering 1800 milligrams of EPA and DHA for heart health. Choose quality. Choose Jameson.
All right, so we're back. And as we return, of course, Fitzgerald Hines was in news this weekend. And, boy, have I tell you. Where is it? Okay, wait up. Hines' ministry visit sparks security probe. Defense minister pulled from cabinet meeting. Access passes revoked. Right? So an attempt by former National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines to access the ministry's Temple Court office in Port of Spain on May 29 raised internal security concerns and prompted an official alarm. Thursday's cabinet meeting was disrupted after Defense Minister Wayne Sturge was pulled by his security personnel and briefed on an unexpected visit by Hines to the ministry's offices. The visit by Hines has led to the revocation of access privileges for senior ministry personnel. Newsday confirmed that Sturge was abruptly called out of the cabinet meeting at the office of the Prime Minister in St. Clair shortly after 3 p.m. after his security team interrupted the closed-door session requesting an urgent audience. Now, this was another piece of bacchanal over the weekend, but I want to read you what Hines said. I tell you, Trinidad is the most exciting place to live, you know. I don't care what you say, that. Eh, fellas? This is an exciting place to live. Yeah. Hines said he went to collect a check. Oh, look at here. So, former National Security Minister, the Acting Commissioner of Police says no report has been made about Hines' visit to the Defense Ministry. But former National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines said he visited the new ministry's Temple Court office in Port of Spain on May 29th to collect a check. He said the simple and only facts are that on Thursday, I communicated via telephone with the permanent secretary of what used to be the Ministry of National Security, he said in a Facebook post, and after the he said that conversation revealed that there was a check due and ready for me at the office. He said with the permanent secretary's agreement, I proceeded to the office to collect the check. I drove into the ministry's car park and waited for a few seconds. The car park is located in the basement of the building and manned by MTS security personnel. All right? There are also security cameras in the basement and other areas of the ministry. The PS, Hines claimed, emerged from the elevator in the car park and handed him the check. He said, I thanked her and immediately left. I don't know what this check is. But of course, this blew up in the paper over the weekend. This is a big news story that Hines went into the Ministry of National Security. I don't think Fitzgerald Hines is going to go into the Ministry of National Security. There was also, before I get to that, there was also talks of some document being requested which has not been confirmed. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't think Hines is just going to walk in there, you know. But as well as that, I do not know of ministers being paid by check. I think there is a standing order with the banks or whatever, and the money is transferred to their account. I don't think they just get a check. Hello, good morning.
Stefan, good morning.
Morning, my dear.
All you're mixing it up, you know. The man went to collect the check. That was for the sale of the raffle tickets.
She's in trouble, you know why? Oh, God. A ball. Hello, good morning. Morning, man. What's going on?
Morning. That's what I like, man. I sit down here and try to wrap my head around this thing. You done lost election already. Where you go make money to collect check for? Huh? You see how they just thing and then the media, I mean the end day, whether you going to collect a check or not, he nothing office, he nothing power, so we don't really to know when you don't collect check, but you know it is in this country. Don't check in the media to find something to you know, make an issue. But at the end of the day, right now, the street right now, man want to know where Vibes Kartel get 900 and something thousand US dollars from when man can hardly get money to travel in Trinidad.
But you telling me, boy, I real US, you know?
Yeah, I like that promoter failed big time, Stefan. Big time. You are the man who probably let the draft promoter league would do a way better job than what this man do there. Because, but man, if you can recall, tickets for this thing was from since Carnival, you know. That people buy things for this thing from this Carnival.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I remember that.
I don't know. I mean, I wanted to go to see with my son, and I don't know for some reason, like I wasn't able to go to this thing, and God, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Go to see, but trust my partner, I would be like the woman on top of the stage, pushing down speaker box to a kind of back and stuff, and I'm telling you because when you spend, if I watch my sit on here and I'm listening to this thing, forget me and you who spend money to buy tickets, to buy outfit, to buy shoes. What was the man that move forward money to invest? Like the man they say the call soup man and this one who spend money to come to make money and then make a cent.
And it make a cent, yeah.
You understand? I listen to this morning, the roadie saying the call soup man and call soup to eat for the whole week. Whole week call soup man and saying. Understand? That's hard.
Alright, man.
That's hard. And then promoter. Boy, I like boy.
I
go alone, Mr. Fun.
Yeah, man.
Go alone, no. Lock on the champion.
Yeah. Oh, God. All your wicked, yes? Oh, God, all your wicked. What's going on? Morning.
Morning.
Morning, what's going
Mr.
on?
Fitzgerald. What we have to find out is if Mr. Fitzgerald Hine went to collect a check alone or was there other documents to that.
Yeah.
So we have to look at that carefully and everything. But that is a political issue when you do that. With Vibes Kartel, he losing currency to for 1.5 million US. He levels drop and there's a contractual arrangement between me and the
promoter. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to do that financially in court or however it happened. The other real issue it has is that in America, Trump and Harvard and these people having a little issue with money, so they take him to court and a judge stop the issue. So the options available to stop the people from coming. That's a temporary situation. In the years when we used to pay big money to go to universities and everything, the system was accredited to Cambridge and other international bodies. And we had something that we lost, we give up that. So people now want to go to America and England all about now, basically to migrate there. Not only for the education, but to pay big monies. So now, as you said before, we have the universities, we have the places, we have to get back ourselves accredited back to these institutions, even CXC and all. In that way now, so we'll have that quality of education that is accredited, and so we could go any part of the world and show that, and it will be recognized.
Correct.
Yeah. The last issue on my agenda here is that the people who didn't get or didn't join the UNC when the clarion call was made for everyone to come on board, and now they're looking for what kind they can get, will criticize the UNC at every turn they make and everything that they're offering. So David Abdullah just doing what he accustomed doing. You have a good day.
Yeah, man, no problem. Oh, God. Hey, and I saw an article where they say Anita Haynes, no senatorship for her under the PNM. She was expecting that. Morning.
Mr. Fun.
Yeah, man, what's going on?
Is your boy?
Yeah, you go ahead.
So how we don't know that Fitzgerald Hines went to drop off a crime plan that he had?
Oh, God. All it is here,
And that concert ticket business.
Yeah.
That is like trying to buy an Xbox from Facebook advertisement. or you see a B15 advertised on Facebook and you're going fake.
Well, it looks so.
And then people, All that money they're extorting and all that home invasion money and all that robbery money. They buy ticket with it and get robbed.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Imagine that is the case. Oh Lord of mercy.
How much home invasion and robbery it had? Stick up and what kind of thing people get robbed.
Yeah.
For them to buy them ticket.
Yeah.
Anyhow, all you have a good day.
Yeah, man, cool, no problem. You know, somebody raised that issue to me. You know, they said, you know, in the week leading up, all of a sudden it had. Thanks a lot. We gotta take a break, the final break. But somebody mentioned that to me. They said, Stefan, but you know, I'm not robbery and that, and I feel it. You know, I mean, look, I can't say it's connected because the way that crime is in Trinidad and Tobago, right? So I can't say because crime is just. It happens. It's all around us, right? And it happens for no reason at all. But historically or traditionally, we have had problems with upsurges in crime like robbery and stuff when these concerts, you know, coming around. When they have a concert now, depending on who the artist is. We have seen that in the past. All right? Anyway, we got to wrap. We got to take our final break and then come back and wrap things up with the birthdays. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up after this.
Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, is your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, offering full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set to API standards. They offer a wide range of services in residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. So, give them a call at 490-2771 or 399-7590. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal. Reinventing the standard of how we handle steel.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Lisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Lisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Lisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Lisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Adventure lives here, where nature inspires every step.
Set sail and explore the wonders of our islands.
Feel the rhythm of our festivals.
Joyful, vibrant, and unforgettable.
Whether you seek adventure
or tranquility, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has it all.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
ready to unlock your potential. Welcome to Open Minds Education from preschool to high school. We bring expert tutoring right to your home 100%, with a stunning 450% growth in enrollment. We're transforming education with real results. At Open Minds, it's more than grades, we're building future leaders with academic and life skills. Don't wait. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or register now at www.openminds.education.com.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet. Located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
All right. So we back. I'm now seeing this sturge thing here. You see what I mean? You see Bacchanal? I tell you, listen, to these P&M trolls. The election was on the 28th, right? They lost. Okay? It's a little too early for propaganda, right? So there's a picture here of Wayne Sturge in the backseat of his vehicle. And there are two vehicles that are in the accident. You could clearly see that there are two vehicles. One vehicle has the left side of the vehicle damaged and the other the right. But because they take a picture with him coming out of the car, they say he was involved in the accident. But he cleared that up, saying that at the time of the incident, Sturge and the security detail was stopped at the traffic light near the intersection of 4 roads and the Diego Martin Highway when two vehicles collided. The statement said the minister's vehicle was not using sirens or flashing lights at the time. And according to the statement, the photo was taken shortly after Sturge got out of his vehicle to check on the people involved in the crash. It said Sturge then briefly left the scene to inquire why police and fire officials from nearby stations had not responded. Yeah, because if that is by 4 roads, the police station right by the corner. All you know that, right? If anybody who know Diego Martin, if that is by 4 roads, right down the road by the traffic light, by opposite the gas station, that's the police station right there. And the fire station isn't too far from there either. Right? So, what you have is a photo of him coming out of the vehicle to check. Right? Why police and fire officials from nearby stations had not responded by vehicle or on foot 23 minutes after the collision. 23 minutes after. No police, no fire inside. He has a right to inquire that. That's ridiculous. In terms of time of response, when the police station right by the corner. The statement concluded with Sturge thanking his security team for their timely and professional response in assisting the injured. But is who it is here? News source? Oh God, look who. Let me move on. Waste of time. Waste of time. I don't even think that have any line of credibility at all. You understand? Sickening. Disgusting, to say the least. Before we wrap things up this morning, did you all see what happened in France? No, it was a big weekend. A lot happened. Go ahead.
Lost 5-0 last night. But looking at the streets of Paris right now, you'd think that PSG lost 5-0 last night. But no. This is how some fans celebrated the club winning the first Champions League in its history. Overwhelmed by happiness, I guess, they looted stores, destroyed bus stands, set fire to bins and vehicles, and then just left them burning in the streets. And of course, filled with joy, they set off fireworks and flares. But it gets worse. These celebrations weren't only limited to Paris. Disruptions and serious vandalism was reported across the country. A car plowed into PSG fans in Grenoble, leaving 4 injured. A 17-year-old boy was stabbed in the chest. 192 people were injured, including 22 police officers and 7 firefighters. Nearly 600 people were arrested, and 5,300 police had to be deployed using tear gas and water cannons to control the celebrations. Bro, 2 people died in all of this. Can someone explain France to me? Because winning has never looked so apocalyptic. Looking at the streets...
Somebody needs to explain that to me too, you know. PSG won the final 5-0. Spectacular performance. Cannot be denied. First ever Champions League. And that is how people in France celebrated, by burning down the country. And people just tell me, oh, Paris is so nice. Paris is so nice in the summer. You must go to Paris in the summer, Stefan. You know? No. That is how they celebrate winning. Well, God forbid they had lost. You can imagine what happened if they lose the final 5-0? But they would have started a nuclear war. Way boy. And those are supposed to be the European people supposed to be civilized. You know, we supposed to be the Guntas and the uncivilized because we're the third world country. Yeah, we're the third world country now. We're the barbarians. There's the Banana Republic. We're the barbarians. But let me make the World Cup now. Every bar sell out. Everybody forget about all kind of race and all kind of nonsense. Everybody gonna be jumping up and hugging up in the streets. That's how we celebrate winning. Oh, my brethren, what's going on? Come, take a drink. That's how we just celebrate. Soca playing for day, night, into day, into night. Yeah, pandemonium in the streets. You understand? And everybody go home, knock out, and come and get up the next day. Right? These people burned down France. Jesus Christ. That is civilization, eh? Oh boy, more pity. Anyway, let's get to the birthdays real quick, to something that makes sense. I want to pick up my boy Hayden and his daughter Justice. Justice, I met Justice when I was in Miami moving with Hayden. She moved around with us for one day. He picked her up at school and thing. We went to buy Chick-fil-A and thing like that. Lovely young lady. What's up, Stefan? Could you please send congratulations to Justice on her graduation of high school on Friday, May 29th. She graduated from, let me see, and she is now heading to the army. She heading into the army. Right, as you can see the U.S. Army there. So big up Hayden in Miami and his daughter Justice. Good morning to you guys. Hayden, you'll see me in October, my brother. Make sure the Tesla charged up. We roll in. You have to go back by Gulfstream and get back my money. Happy birthday going out to Wilfred Narine from his loving wife Claudette Narine. He celebrated it on Sunday. Good health, long life, and many more years to come. And other, and of course, happy birthday to him coming out from other members of the family as well. I don't know why, Wilfred, I find you saying long on the next end, like you're vexed, boy. Claudette happy no tail, but Wilfred like he biting, boy, like he. And he eating the korma. It looking like korma. It's korma, zoom in. Yeah, not korma. It's only korma that looks so. Things I like but cannot eat. Korma. Happy birthday going out to an amazing sister, Pinky. Wishing you endless joy and blessings always from your loving brother, Rashid. All right, Rashid and Pinky, man. Nice. Also, happy 65th birthday going out to Kenneth. With best wishes from his loving wife, Sintra, his 3 children, 3 grandchildren, son-in-laws, family, and friends. Nice, man. Lovely, good vibes. Also, big birthday shout out going out to Janelle on her 14th birthday from her mom, from mom and dad, brothers Kerwin, Caden, Keon, grandma, uncle Rodney, auntie Lisa, cousins Shania, Shreya, and Saraya. And happy birthday from auntie Deborah, uncle JB, cousin Maxime, and this is coming all the way from France. All right, so we have a birthday greeting there coming all the way from France. Lord, we hope all is safe after the weekend. When did they send this? On Sunday. All right, so despite that, our people still alive and well. That's great. Sending birthday greetings to birthday greetings to my cute sweetheart granddaughter Jada Chotilal Ramroop. Celebrated her 2nd birthday on Indian Arrival Day, Friday the 30th. This is from her mama, papa, mommy, daddy, and auntie. Nice. And, okay, we got 2 more. Would like to send happy birthday greetings to Uncle Hatim Mohammed, wishing you happy birthday and many more. And they want you to know they love you. This is coming out from Saeed and Natalie. So, Uncle Hatim, happy birthday, man. And finally, good morning. I would like to wish my dad a happy birthday, which he will be celebrating on the 30th of May 2025. So he celebrated it Friday. This greeting is coming from his daughter, Nakisha, Nisha, Nalini, Natalie, and son-in-law, Saeed, Ramesh, Joseph, Carlos, grandchildren, Mario, Cameron, Keshara, Vishal, and his wife, Sandra. Wishing him a happy birthday and many more. And we love him very much. We didn't get Dad's name. But Dad, happy birthday to you, man, belatedly. All right, with that, we wrap up today. All right? And tomorrow we'll see you again, man. June has begun. And all you know what has gone in June, right? Fellas? My birthday is in June. I mean, don't care about that. 17 days from my birthday. All right? And I'm taking a little vacation for that weekend. That weekend, my birthday is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is a holiday. And then Friday, Saturday. Well, I ain't buying a ticket for you. God, let me get away from all you know. All right? I see all enough. We out for today, people. Oh, God.
I'm telling you, all work and no play, me say, no way. We don't want no matter that. I need a stress reliever. 2 drinks in my hand and a girl in the middle. That's the one we need to find, the middle. For the sake of peace of mind, so the middle of the road is where you'll find me and my friend and them, because we work so hard all week. Tell all your friend and them, tell all the girl and them, bring all your friend and them, and let's get it started. I say, oh yo, all folk are massive, take a jump, and let we started by the joke, let we started by the joke. Party on the road, it's a party on the road. Light it up, bring the shots and light it up. Party on the road, it's a party on the road. Look at vibes in the back, watch my canal in the front. Party on the road, it's a party on the road. Everybody on the road, so let me see your hands up in the air, wave them up in the band. People from everywhere, welcome up to the land of the party. We love to party. Why yo, 'cause life is to be living, so we living it. And thanks is to be given, so we giving it. So don't be late, the truck and them can't wait. We are things to celebrate. I'm telling you, hard work without the smart work, it now work. We don't want no matter that. I need a little breather. 2 days on the road with some time in the middle. That's the one we need to find, the middle. For the sake of peace of mind, so the middle of the road is where you'll find me and my friend and them, because we work so hard all week. We deserve a party. We deserve it. Say we deserve it. Yeah, we deserve it. Tell all your friend and them.
All right, people, so I just want to thank everybody for coming out to Run Stefan Run 2025. And we're looking forward to 2026. Thanks to all the sponsors that came on board this year. We had a ton of sponsors, like 40-something sponsors. And that is exclusive on the ones that sponsor the prize money. So I just want to thank everybody. And 2026 becoming bigger, becoming better, becoming better. Look out.
Good morning. Welcome.